I guess this is kind of a question for both of you, but Zaire first. You know, right at the end of the half, Zaire, you make that interception. I guess take me through what kind of that felt like as a defense to make that big play. And then Eric, was it disappointing to not get a score after getting that last opportunity?
It was a pretty big play at the time. Trying to just get the momentum back on our side. You know, they had gotten a couple big plays, so it was good to finally get a stop.
Yeah, I mean, right before that, I went up to Zaire and I told him to get me the ball back. So he did, and then, you know, I felt like we got into a pretty good position. We just got to, you know, execute, but.
Zaire, what's the communication been like on the defensive end, especially with so many young and inexperienced players with you?
What do you mean communication?
Communication as far as before plays, getting guys in the right position, knowing where everyone should be when the play's going on.
Well, I think Kenny and Josh have definitely done like a great job of just like knowing exactly what to do, and really I think it wasn't more of an assignment type of thing. It's just more of a, we went against a really, really good offensive line today. So I think that's what more so it was. I mean, I remember one play vividly, like Josh had a really good play just doing what he was supposed to do. But Notre Dame had a really good offensive line today.
Other questions from players?
This is for Eric. Definitely, you know, we see the growth from the offense, but Dino always says, you know, there are just small things that someone like me doesn't see. Like, we see the drops, but I don't know all the missed assignments or little things like that. How do you try and go about cleaning those up, and do you see progress there game to game?
Yeah, I mean, definitely there's progress. It's just, you know, the small things is just being on the same page with, you know, everybody and, you know, knowing what I'm going to do and them knowing what I'm going to do. So it's just, again, just being on the same page. But, I mean, like Zaire said, Notre Dame, they're a great team, so props to them.
This is the last MetLife game for a while. Do the players really like playing in this game, and would both of you guys like seeing maybe this game coming back in the near future?
I think it's definitely just an amazing opportunity to be able to play. I mean, I feel like this is the closest you could get to playing in the NFL at the college level, you know, especially with the environment a team like Notre Dame would bring. I think it's definitely awesome to be able to play in these type of positions, but at the same time, you definitely would like to play at home and the Carrier Dome more than you don't.
Yeah, I mean, it's an awesome experience out here. I mean, it's a beautiful stadium. You know, it's crazy atmosphere.
Zaire, Coach was just talking about defensively how inexperienced and young you guys are on that side of the ball, and he said, you know, we're going up against 4- and 5-star recruits for Notre Dame that are 22 years old, and we got a lot of 18- and 19-year-olds out there. I guess my question is, how much of it, the breakdowns, is like a missed assignment, and how much of it is just, you know, their guys are bigger, stronger, faster at this point, you know, opposed to you guys on the defensive side?
I think it's a lot of give and take. The thing about just defensively, period, really in football in general, 90% of the time, is really just a defensive. Somebody didn't do their job exactly. I mean, granted, you know, they are very talented, specifically the offensive line. But most of the time, it's really just one person just not being all the way in the gap or some little technique thing they could have did better that the offense took advantage of. Now, Notre Dame, like I said, especially when it came to, you know, their tackles versus our young DNs, you know, it was just a little bit better matchup on their. It was a better matchup on their side. Kenny and Josh definitely did the best they could, but obviously it's tough going against their talent level.
I want to ask you about Amma. You know, once again, he started really fast. And what was Notre Dame doing? Were they bottling him up? He didn't seem to go towards his direction too often in the second half. Why was that?
I mean, it's just, you know, it's the way things are going. I'm not going to force something just because, you know, it's just one guy. I mean, we got a lot of playmakers on the field. If you try to force, you know, one playmaker, then things aren't going to go well.
Time for 2 more questions. Steven?
This was at least the third straight game where the offense has started out great, I think, back-to-back touchdown drives. How much scripting or planning is there in kind of the week leading up for those first maybe drive or two?
That's a question for Coach Lou and Coach Babers. I just try to execute what I'm being told.
Last question, Jeff?
Eric, you're 4 games into this Dino Babers era. There's no question the numbers are terrific on offense. Tell me what you enjoy about this offense and what really makes it dynamic and different from what you did last year.
I mean, I love it. I'm just so excited. You know, I get to 2.5 more years of this, but once we, get the right guys, I mean, we're playing, different offense with, different players, but the guys are doing a great job, and, I'm just so excited, for the future and, what this holds. But, I mean, I love Coach Babers, love Coach Lewis, so I got faith in whatever they're saying.
All right, guys, thank you very much.
Thank you.